In all the years I've been doing this, the number one question I get from cord cutters is why can't I just pay for the channels that I watch? And now, after decades of being stuck in a big bundle, consumers are finally getting more options. There's a lot changing and all at once. A new streaming app for ESPN, another just for Fox's networks, skinny bundles based on your viewing habits, sports, news, and entertainment. And now, day passes for anyone who wants to avoid a monthly pay TV bill. I've been talking a lot about these new options, but so far, the reaction to them, it's not been as enthusiastic as I first thought. It's nothing like about 5 years ago when we had the launch of a bunch of standalone apps with original content at affordable prices. So what's different right now? I think I've got an idea, and today I'm going to share two examples. One for people who watch sports, and one for people who don't. Let's get started. I think we can all agree the biggest change is this: the launch of ESPN's direct-to-consumer service. All of ESPN's cable networks available from a single app, no pay TV subscription. And at first glance here, you might think this would satisfy the sports fan, the person who's maybe complained about paying for networks like Bravo, TLC, Hallmark, from a big bundle service like YouTube TV. But then you see the price, $30 a month for the ESPN app. And that's just for ESPN. Of course, there's plenty of games and events on other networks, including Fox. And now we've got this, Fox One, all of Fox's broadcast and linear networks, so news, sports, and entertainment, for $20 a month as a standalone service. And an option to bundle ESPN Unlimited and Fox One for $40 a month. Some people can stop right there, but others will want to add HBO Max. That'll get the games on TBS and TNT. Another $17 a month for the standard plan. It's getting pricey, and we're not done adding things up yet. If you also want the sports on Peacock and Paramount Plus, including live games on your local NBC and CBS stations, that'll be another $30 a month if you get both. Now, we're right back in big bundle territory. And in this case, unbundling actually costs more money than YouTube TV, spread across 5 separate apps instead of one. So for sports fans, the savings just aren't guaranteed. Let me know which one you would pick. Now, if you've been paying real close attention to the streaming space, something may have stood out about this: the $57 a month DIY bundle of ESPN, Fox One, and HBO Max. It's essentially what Venue Sports was going to be, the failed joint venture from ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery, slated to launch in the fall of 2024 for $43 a month. But just 1 year later, recreating that bundle yourself is a lot more expensive, $14 a month more, and spread across multiple apps instead of being in one place. For some sports fans, the shift to streaming has been a bit of a reality check. And as streaming services fight for sports rights, it's driving up the cost for everybody. Here's one example. After NBC Universal struck a deal with the NBA, Peacock's subscription price went up $3 a month. And that increase, it hits all subscribers. So if you're going there for the Bravo reality shows, they dominate Peacock's top 10 list, your cost is still going up, even if you never watch a single basketball game. History is repeating. This is exactly why a lot of people got fed up with traditional cable. The dissatisfaction I'm hearing from cord cutters, it's about both pricing and content. I'd say pricing is number one. And it's made me think back to a conversation I had with an old colleague, one of my bosses at Clark Howard. And his thinking was that cord cutters were willing to pay for the big bundle or willing to pay for nothing, not much in between. That's interesting because these new options, they're all fighting for that consumer in the middle. And the way I see it, we've got 3 main types of cord cutters right now. First is the big bundle person, and they probably won't like any of these new options because they want it all. These 4 categories: sports, news, entertainment, and perhaps most importantly, local channels. Think of a YouTube TV customer with a long list of must-have channels, someone who likes to have all their content available from a single app. Next up is the skinny bundle person. They still want some live TV, but they're not okay paying for 100 channels they don't watch. For example, They might sign up for DIRECTV's My Sports plan in the fall, then switch to My Entertainment in the spring. And non-sports fans in this category, they might go for entertainment bundles like Philo or Friendly TV. This type of streamer trims the extras and then fills any content gaps with a mix of both free and paid apps. And then there's the no-bundle person. Live TV just not a must-have anymore, and maybe it never was for them. And if they're on a budget, they'll keep costs down by limiting paid subscriptions. Maybe one premium app like Netflix at a time. These streamers also more likely to spend time with free apps like Tubi. When I polled my viewers about this recently, I thought the results were pretty interesting. Most said they still have a live TV streaming service for the fall. And in other polls I conducted, a lot of you told me you're just not interested in the new ESPN or Fox One apps. So even with all these new ways to mix and match channels, a lot of people are sticking with what they've got. It makes sense, and it's exactly what the companies want. Disney and Fox, they're targeting cord cutters and cord nevers, people who don't have a big bundle service. If you're still satisfied with your live TV plan and saving a little bit compared to cable, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. For many, it is still affordable entertainment. But it does remind me of the cable mindset trap, something I talked about in one of my first videos that ever took off on this channel. The number one mistake people make after canceling cable TV. And with all the recent changes, the takeaway of that video is still relevant. Right now, a lot of big bundle people are locked into the same setup month after month, year after year. And that's even though there's no contract. Maybe they switched out Xfinity for YouTube TV years ago and just got comfortable with it. But just like with cable, their loyalty is not being rewarded with live TV streaming, and they'll most likely end up paying more money over time. And that's why I say it's so important to become a new customer if you're trying to save money. Here's the action plan. If you're a big bundle person, consider switching providers. Most of them have deals for new customers, and you can usually find the same content from a different app. And better yet, run the numbers on some of the new and cheaper options. A lot of my content lately has focused on the skinny bundle person. They've already downgraded from a big bundle, and they're saving money, so now they can just test out the new options based on their viewing preferences. And more skinny bundles are coming after this video is posted. The no bundle person is in the best savings position. They've already dropped the cable mindset. To save more, 3 things. Limit your total number of paid apps. Build your watch lists with free streaming options. And only sign up for paid services when there's a deal. Streaming TV costs, they're not going down. So as cord cutters, the best thing we can do is use the flexibility of streaming to our advantage. The setup you have this month doesn't need to be the one that you keep next month. I'll continue testing and reviewing the new options. Keep watching to stay ahead and find updated deals on michaelsavesdeals.com.